back to the Kennedy Show. Today we have a very special guest star, Tiffany, and we're going to be talking about The Sims. Tiffany has been working on The Sims. And Tiffany, can you tell us about yourself?
Oh, yes. Thanks, Kennedy, for having me on your show. It's an honor. I I'm from the Bay Area, San Francisco, and from when I was very little, I kind of always loved playing video games. And when I realized it could become a career, that's when and make money off of it. That's when I became a game animator. And yes, I did work on The Sims. Did you have any questions about it?
Um, was it fun working with The Sims?
Yeah, it was. Yeah, it was pretty fun. Sorry, what was that?
Um, I said working on this.
Oh, working on The Sims. Yeah, it was a lot of fun, especially when the stuff I animate at work. No other game really does that kind of thing. Like sometimes we're animating them like trying to take a really large dump on the toilet, or and they're like holding in like or just doing random things like hanging out and talking, and we'll pretend like we're the Sims. So me and my coworkers, just to act out reference to get better animation, we'll just talk to us like bleep blah 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 blah. So it's really funny to see all the stuff that happens in the office when we're working. But yeah.
That's cool. What's the funniest moment while you were working on The Sims?
One of the funniest moments. Um, that's really hard to remember, but hmm, how about you tell me what are the funniest moments you played in The Sims?
I set my house on fire.
You set your house on fire? Why'd you do that?
Cause I was bored and I didn't know what else to do.
You were bored. Oh man. Yeah, that's definitely something people always tell me whenever I work on The Sims. They say they trap their Sims in houses, and um, or they they trap them in a pool, which I'm sure you've already done. And but I don't know what else other people like to do. You like to. What did you like to do? What else did you like to do when you're not messing with Sims?
I like to build houses and build a town and stuff.
Build towns. What do you have like a style that you like for the towns?
Modern kind of fun town.
Modern towns, yeah. It's definitely Sims has like a huge variety of different types of interiors and all sorts of stuff, and like getting to know those artists on there is really cool. And it's been around for so long. I thought so meeting people who have been working on it for 10 to 15 years was really cool. I was like, wow, I used to like see this when I was a little kid, and it's still around now. So um I know the people who actually worked on it. um
Um, what was the hardest part about working on The Sims?
yeah, that's a good question. Actually, one of the hardest parts I experienced when working on The Sims was um definitely we were because we're like an international game. every time every time we had to make an animation, we had to make sure we didn't offend any cultures. Like we could never do any pointing gestures or something, because in another culture it was actually offensive. Or like certain like we couldn't even do thumbs up or something, so we do all these like very vague type of gestures and stuff like that. So that's why we get like really interesting types of acting choices. So, would you ever want to work in the games industry?
Yeah, maybe.
Maybe.
Yeah.
Well, what what kind of what do you want to do now if you had to think?
Probably an artist or a dancer.
Artist or a dancer? Oh, that's why you have the dance shirt.
Yeah.
Do you have any favorite dancers?
No.
No? Well, I also come from a dancing background, actually. Like, I really like doing hip hop and stuff back in college. But what I didn't realize is that when I was doing hip hop in college and like contemporary dance, that actually helped me be a really good animator because they actually say the people who do um, animation, they have a really good sense of rhythm and they know how to make stuff look really good with the poses. So I felt like that helped me so much and I had no idea. But yeah, so maybe you can be an animator too.
Yeah, maybe. Sounds like fun. What's the
Def-
funnest part about working on The Sims?
the funnest part. Oh, back to that. I definitely there's a lot of stuff. The working just working on animation in general is a lot of fun, and I there's actually a testing period where after we work on a bunch of like animations, we get to play the game for a whole month. Like you're getting paid to play Sims a whole month just to see if there's anything wrong. But then we start to see all the weird stuff. Like I worked on toddlers, for instance, and suddenly all the toddlers were like stretched out into like tall slender mans whenever we looked at it, and it was pretty funny. And my coworkers are a lot of fun, so um, just we're just when you work in the games industry, it's kind of like you just never grow up. I still feel like a little kid, but just getting paid to do it. So it's a dream. But right now, I'm not working at Electronic Arts anymore. I work for Crystal Dynamics. So yeah.
Is are you on Twitch?
Am I on Twitch? Yes, yes, I am actually. Um, I stream. So if anyone or you are ever interested in what an animator does, I tend to stream on occasion, like maybe a couple times a week of like what I'm just side projects I'm working on in this program called Maya, and I'll animate. But sometimes I also like to play other games like Super Smash Brothers. Um, what's some other games? Fire Emblem, Final Fantasy 7. Do you like any of those games?
No.
No, just Animal Crossing. I
Yeah.
hear you like Animal Crossing.
Yeah, I did.
Do you sell a lot of turnips? That's like the only thing I know.
No.
No. How's it like being the host of an up and coming show?
It's fun and nervous.
And nervous? Yeah.
Mostly fun.
You'll get better at it for sure. Just need practice. I definitely have a lot of anxieties talking on talk shows too. Like I also have stage fright and I was a dancer, so like every single time I got on stage, like one time or even for a piano recital, I forgot all the whole song in the middle of the song. Like I stopped playing and there was just this like light shining on me and it was just like quiet everywhere and I was like, "Oh no, I forgot the song." And so I was like, "No, do I do?" Like my parents couldn't decide if they wanted to come get me. I think I was like 10 or younger at the time. And then I ended up starting all over, but it actually worked out pretty fine after that. But yeah, I know how it feels.
Um, what's your favorite game that you ever made?
My favorite game that I've ever made. So far I've worked on this mobile studio that never this mobile game that never came out, so that one's hard to talk about. Let's see. Um I worked on Uncharted 4, Sims, different packages, and then right now is I think the Marvel's Avengers game, which is probably my favorite, which is why I'm still like working on it for a while. So, but actually, some of my dream games to work on is Final Fantasy because it's the reason why I got into the industry. Yeah,
What's your favorite game in the world to play?
in the world.
Yeah.
such a tough question. um, just hmm, roll right now. Probably just Super Smash Brothers because I play it so much with my friends and I get really competitive. Like every time someone at my old company, I think at Sony or every company I've been at, I always ask people if they play Super Smash Brothers and I just challenge them all the time. So we're always playing during lunch. So if any of you out there would like to challenge me,
Um, why did you get into the? Why did you start working on games?
why did I start working on games? Because I probably play like way too much, so might as well make a job out of it, right? Like I don't think I could ever be like like work for a normal desk job. So I knew I liked art just like you, and I liked video games, and so um, that's yeah, that's definitely the reason. And it just kind of inspired me. I just wanted to like make games, play games, do everything. In fact, it was kind of really funny because my mom, I would always get in trouble when I was little because I was playing too many games. But now we joke that it's like, oh, you didn't want me to play any games because you thought I wasn't gonna do any homework and stuff. But now I'm making money off of it. So
Um, do you have say if I wanted to make a game? Do you have any advice for kids like me?
Okay, so I guess my advice is that if you're interested, there's actually now the good thing about the internet is that there is so much information out there, like on YouTube, whatever. Like if you were interested in even just game design, you can type in game design on YouTube and you can find so many different resources to start learning and start getting interested.
Thanks for watching the Kennedy Show. Don't forget to like, comment, and subscribe. Um, have a good day. Bye.